Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Pelmo Tabani. So let me take this time to appreciate all my new subbies. I do thank you for clicking on the subscribe button finally. And if you haven't done so already, please do take this time to click on the subscribe button, like and share, and even comment on the comment section. I really do appreciate all that interaction. I appreciate the support very, very much.
I am woman, I am fearless, I am sexy, I'm divine, I'm unbeatable, I'm creative, honey, you can get in line.
Sometimes court sessions can take a very heated turn, like you don't even know what's going on, and there is now a back and forth between the judge and the advocates. Sometimes it becomes like a heated debate between the judge and the defense. So remember when we talked about how the accused number 2 was taken for a dentist to go and check if he ever had a gold tooth in his mouth. So then Advocate Tulani Mgomezulu, he requested for the court to exclude the dental report from being considered as evidence because they couldn't agree on the content of the report with the prosecutor, Mr. Baloyi. Mainly because he said the report that was submitted as evidence was a copy, and in order for the validity of its content to be authenticated, they need an original report, or they need the author of the report, to be the dentist, to come and be the witness and testify as to the contents of the report. Well, I did feel like that was a fair request. Baloyi was not objecting to calling the dentist as the witness. I mean, Baloyi likes all the witnesses to come. But the judge obviously had a different view. He did. He mentioned that the report was submitted as evidence, and the advocate Mgomezulu used the same report to cross-examine Sergeant Mohani the previous day. And he didn't bring up all the things that he was now hearing with the report. The advocate only wanted the court to consider a very small portion of the report, and that was the date on which the report was compiled, saying the date on the report shows that the accused was never taken to court on that day because that's when he was taken to see the dentist. So while the witness had said the accused had been taken to court prior to being taken to the dentist, and that's the only part of the report that was supporting what Mgomezulu's argument was about. So he wanted the rest of the report to be excluded. He just picked what he wanted and what supported his claim, and he wanted everything else to be excluded. The judge was like, no, Mr. Mgomezulu, we can't consider only a minuscule portion of the report as evidence when the report as a whole was submitted. And then here came the interesting part. He took the report, he was perusing his papers, and he took the report. He even recalled how Baloyi had asked the witness to read the heading of the report, and even proceeded to read in the questionnaire on the report, the questionnaire that was completed by the accused. I mean, it's a pretty standard questionnaire that you fill when you go to see a dentist, and it has a very long list of ailments for you to say yes or no to having those ailments or having those conditions, which is why I was very confused when he started to read out the accused's responses to the conditions that are on the list. Because wow, I don't think when you complete that questionnaire, you are anticipating for it to be read out to a room full of people, let alone read out to a live court session. Imagine, do you have any venereal diseases? Do you have HIV? Are you pregnant? For a man, do you have asthma? Do you smoke? I mean, the whole 9 yards. And the response were all no, except for the smoking part, of course. Do you have asthma? He said yes. Then in the end, the doctor wrote a comment to say, he was treated for a heart condition following a mining accident, and the report was signed. Yo, I was stunned. I was stunned by how the judge just went ahead and read that whole report. I guess when you break the law, all bets are off. Like, your rights become limited. Imagine if you were not ready to disclose some of the conditions that are in the report. Somebody just outs you, just like that. But hey, Rata is the one who went to law school. We didn't. We didn't. So if he's comfortable to read it, we're definitely happy to listen. On the other hand, I do see the point that Advocate Tulani was making. When you're presented with a copy, you have every right to request for an original, just so you can be able to validate the authenticity of the content. The problem came when he decided to use the report first without querying it. It was good for him when he was trying to make a point with the date. And then he turns around and says, exclude the rest of the contents. Well, the judge ruled against that request, but highlighted that if they wanted to call the dentist as a witness, they could do so, but the report stays. Nonetheless, I get really impressed with Judge Ratamo Kwatleng sometimes, even though most of the times he's really not popular in the comment section. The people will be going at that old man. They'll be going at that old man. They say, some of them are saying he's an apartheid judge. For the most part, you can appreciate that the man is really smart and his memory is very, very sharp. For somebody over 70, his memory is really sharp. And if you really try to bring up something from the past sessions and you misquote it, his memory is quick to set it straight, verbatim. He will even look for his notes and be like, I'm reading it verbatim. Yeah, word for word. Sometimes he just comes across as a jerk when he's talking to these advocates. Yeah, it's like talking to the kids. His retirement has not really affected his brain power for sure. He's still very sharp with the law. Well, there you go, guys. Let's chop it up in the comment section. I really do appreciate your time. I'll see you again very soon. And if you haven't subscribed, this is your turn to now click on that subscribe button, like and share, and leave me a comment. As long as the comments are respectful and are showing your point of view, I have no problem, guys. I'll take them and I'll even respond. I like going through the comment sections. I appreciate you taking the time to do so. Bye-bye.